everyone! It's me, Scottbunny.
And Erisaurus.
And you know what this is? It's our first podcast.
It is. It's exciting.
It is. We have actually been active for a year.
Woo!
And we figure that since it's been a year,
we should celebrate.
You know how we're celebrating?
Fat kid style.
Fat kid style. For our first podcast, Eris and I are actually eating a giant bowl of mint chocolate chip ice cream with fresh baked brownies inside.
We are. It's going to be awesome.
Because we're the fat... That is a bag crinkling.
Yeah.
Why is it... What? Are you eating beef jerky?
Yeah.
We have ice cream literally in front of us.
I know, I'm going to eat the ice cream too.
Why are you eating beef jerky before the ice cream?
Because it's delicious.
That is beside the point.
It's really good beef jerky.
It is fantastic beef jerky that I can't eat.
Nope.
So I will eat this ice cream instead.
All for me.
It's
really good beef jerky though.
It is generally good beef jerky. But yes, we are celebrating our first year with mint chocolate chip ice cream and brownies. You can hear us clanking in the bowls.
Sorry.
You basically are just listening to however long this is of two fat kids eating.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm really sorry if you're one of those people that hates the sound of other people chewing.
This episode might not be for you.
I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that. I'm really sorry. It's a really good mic.
It's a fantastic mic. It's a Blue Yeti.
I know.
And they're not even sponsoring us yet.
We're all fancy and shit.
Yeah, I spent my tax return on this. So, it's been a year.
It has.
What have we learned in our first year?
We cannot be trusted in public.
No. We absolutely cannot be trusted in public. And why is that?
Because we have no impulse control?
That is exactly correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we have any sort of examples of no impulse control? I mean, besides the fact that we're eating ice cream while we're celebrating on the podcast?
Mm-hmm. It's really good ice cream, too. I'm on the ice cream now. The beef jerky was delicious, but...
How's that mix tasting?
Do you know what? There's enough mint in this that it totally knocked it out. Speaking
of mint, and why maybe we shouldn't trust each other so much?
What do you... Okay, I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
you
so
do.
Funny.
We were doing a show. We were in Texas. We were at Alcon doing the show. And my throat was scratching from coughing. So I asked Eris if, hey, you have a mint?
And I did. So I gave him 2.
2 mint.
Mm-hmm.
And then my tongue started getting tingly. Mm-hmm. And then pretty soon my whole mouth was numb. Mm-hmm. Now, why was that, Eris?
You said you didn't want your throat to hurt anymore, so I gave you mint so that your throat would not hurt anymore, and your throat did not hurt anymore.
No, I couldn't feel anything because they were numbing mints. Mm-hmm. They were oral sex mints.
They're called Comfortably Numb.
Which is a great name.
It's so
still
fantastic.
A great name. Halfway through the show, I just can't feel my tongue anymore. We go from talking, so we're telling the story. Better than Novocaine.
It was fantastic. And they were really good mints.
They were. They were like minty and they didn't have like a I figured they would have a chemically taste if they were like...
You would think they would. Although my favorite part about the mints is that on the box of mints, first of all, you're supposed to take 2 at a time. Like, that is the recommended daily dosage. But you are not to exceed 4 in one day.
So you only get 2 tries.
Right.
So either 2 tries and then you're done.
I mean, to be fair, if it takes that long, something's wrong with somebody. It's either a technique issue or someone needs to see a doctor. I'm just saying. Throwing that out there.
But we've been doing this for a year.
Mm-hmm.
We have been, the comic has hit a year. We've been doing shows together for a year. We have not been eating ice cream for a year.
We've not. Well, we should. We should do an entire year of nothing but ice cream.
Yeah, I don't think my doctor would entirely recommend that.
That's why I don't go to the doctor.
Fair. Mm-hmm. But I have one of them that are diseases.
I know, me too. A couple.
Yeah, we take care of ourselves.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Eris, what would you say is our biggest... Or what have we learned? Like, what's the biggest thing that we've learned from the year of comics and the year of shows on the road?
I feel like that's a loaded question. I do. Because, like I said, again, that we should not be trusted in public. We should probably have either mics on us or a camera with us pretty much at all times.
Well, that is why we wore microphones the last time we drove on a long road trip.
It's true, and that was glorious. We're going to have to do that every single time.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to have to sit and edit 8 to 12 hours of raw audio.
Yes, you are.
And just pick out all the curses and then just cut them all together.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any reason that could go wrong.
Mm-mm. No, that's going to be awesome.
Mm.
I'm very much looking forward to that, actually.
I'm sure my family is super proud of me right now.
Probably not. I'm going to go with not.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I mean, luckily my family's Irish, and we, curse like sailors on leave, so they don't care.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I learned. Okay, that's the biggest thing that I've learned in the last year of us actually working together, is that we work ridiculously well together.
We do, and I can't even really figure out why we do.
Because we're both assholes.
Mm-hmm. We are assholes. We're not monsters, but
Correct.
we're assholes. Mm-hmm. When did, for maybe the people who are listening, how did we actually meet and start working together?
Well, the Rob Serio introduced us. That was at, was it Contraflow? Yeah, that was at Contraflow.
Yeah.
And he pulled us both in together to work with him judging the room parties. Mm-hmm. Which was hilarious because neither one of us are really drinkers.
No, and I got super drunk.
Oh my god, you were so wasted. It was hilarious.
Okay, so I don't drink. Part of it by choice, part of it because disease, yay! So you have to judge these room parties, and part of it is you have to go in, okay, did they follow the theme, how's their food, and they have to have 2 drinks. Now, one is supposed to be alcoholic, one is supposed to be a non-alcoholic mixed drink.
Not a whole lot of those rooms had non-alcoholic drinks.
No. And I take my job seriously. I'm a good judge.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna try everything, and I was doing okay until the Star Trek room.
Yeah.
Great room. Like
It was a great room.
They were on point. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure if it was Romulan ale. It might have been Romulan ale.
May have been. I don't know. Was it blue?
It was blue.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
It really was.
It tasted like fruity and amazing.
Yeah, you had way more of it than you should have.
Well, they handed what had happened was they handed me the cup and said, try it. And I go, okay, here's a big red cup full of drink.
Yeah.
And I sip it, and it tastes fruity and delicious and great. And I go, oh, this is fantastic. What's in this? And I say, oh, it's got grape juice and white grape this and this, and all the rum and vodka. At this point, I'm halfway through the cup. Oops. And
then
smart
kept
me,
drinking.
smart me just goes, it would be rude not to finish.
Right, yeah, totally.
So I drink the rest of it.
You were so wasted.
And the best part was, Rob sees me, and Rob's con dad just hits. And he just goes...
I mean, that's... We found out
Yes.
over the years that Rob is absolutely con dad. We'll get into that in a minute.
He is. He just looks at me, and I just see his face just go, oh no, what's this?
What have I done?
I have not seen drunk Scott. Let me stop this. So Rob just goes, Scott, let's go sit down. So he takes me from the room parties, and I'm like, I don't know why, Rob. This is great. I need to try everything. I need to try that room. That's the stairwell. I haven't tried it.
I kind of feel like you turn into me when you're drunk.
I do. I lose all my impulse control, and then I get sad.
Yeah.
So Rob takes me downstairs to the lobby of the hotel, and we're sitting there, and Rob is just talking to me, and Rob is doing I'm gonna talk you down from being drunk.
He really was. It was actually a sight to behold. He's clearly done this several times before.
Yes.
This was not his first rodeo.
It was not. And then the night, how I remember it, is phenomenal, because there was, let's go judge the room parties.
Yay!
And then all of a sudden, I'm sitting downstairs in the lobby talking to a neurosurgeon.
Hey, at least you didn't have to drive home.
It's true. It's just amazing, that gap of, then the sudden realization of, I'm talking to a scientist, and he's telling me about how my brain works. This is fantastic. I don't know how I got here.
You had a good night. That's how you got there.
It's probably the best possible ending to a I got drunk story.
It's better than pretty much all of mine.
Well, that was the night we met Teresa.
Yes, it was.
We're sitting in the lobby, and the poor Domino's guy.
Oh my god, he was so confused.
This Domino's guy comes in, and he's walking around. Clearly somebody had ordered drunk pizza.
Right.
And he's walking around the lobby looking for people, and he comes to our little group, and he goes, Are any of you Teresa? We go, no, I can be Teresa. That smells delicious.
Right? Do you have some cheesy bread in there? Because that smells awesome, and I would like some now.
We even offered, like, did they pay for it yet? Because I'll pay and take the food. I don't
Right.
care. And he was like, no, it was
I've got
credit card.
integrity.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, yeah.
Whatever, he's a Domino's driver, and he had integrity. Like, I'm not sure how to handle that.
He looked like a nice guy.
Sure, I'm sure
He looked like he had to come out of retirement to pay for his wife and or child's medical bills.
You know what would have been nicer? Giving me some cheesy bread.
But then poor Teresa. He couldn't find Teresa, so he leaves. And pretty soon we're sitting around going, well, I wonder what happened. Is Teresa okay? Is she all right? And we're trying to picture what Teresa looks like. Is she like an old lady who couldn't hear the phone? Is she someone in from out of town? And then from around the corner comes Teresa.
And her boyfriend. That
Teresa-
poor man.
Teresa was the epitome of the phrase white girl drunk.
Oh, she was so white girl wasted.
She had on, let's paint a picture of Teresa showing.
All right, from top to bottom.
No, I'm going to go bottom up.
Ooh, okay. Start with the one shoe.
The one Ugg boot. One Ugg, one no shoe.
Yep.
The short shorts that are strategically ripped in places.
Yes.
And it was the kind of short shorts that, like, hey, we've got a pocket that's coming down past the torn hem, but the pocket isn't actually a pocket.
No, it was not. It was a sad lady pocket is what it was.
The midriff, of course, the bare midriff. The tank top kind of thing, and I'm pretty sure she only had half her bra on.
I'm pretty sure it was a camisole.
Yes.
Just go with it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
And she's running around, and we know Teresa is coming because we hear from around the corner, Babe, I can't find, babe, I need my cheesy bread. Babe, where are you? I can't find my phone, and I need my cheesy bread, and I don't know where it is. And babe. And this poor guy,
He had the patience of a saint.
he's just walking just behind her, like, yeah, right here. I'm right here, babe. I'm right here, babe.
I know. We called him, man. We called him.
I'm sure the guy's coming. We just gotta be patient, babe.
You're
I'm sure
holding
he's
your
coming.
phone, babe. You're holding your phone.
Where is my phone? I need to call the man. I need to find where my cheesy bread.
Babe, it's in your hand.
I need to know, where are you?
No, I'm right here.
Where is my phone? Oh,
Yeah,
I found my phone. It was
Okay.
in my hand.
Yeah.
Babe, do you have my cheesy bread?
I do not.
Where's the hot tub? I want to go in the hot. Where's my cheesy bread in the hot tub? All of us are sitting there trying not to laugh.
And failing.
So hard. And the poor guy is looking at us, and we give him the look of like, do you need help?
Give me a sign if you need an escape route.
Blink twice, and we'll help you. We will tell her where the cheesy bread is, and you can run.
He was used to this. He was clearly used to this. Is a thing that he has to go through at least once a week, where he just has to kind of follow her around and randomly corral her in the right direction.
My question is why?
Cheesy bread is delicious. I can say that.
Cheesy bread is delicious.
How she gets to that point, I don't understand. But I understand that one part of it is that cheesy bread is delicious.
And we will still talk to this day about Teresa. And I think the way we laughed at that's sort of when we realized we might be able to be assholes together.
Maybe. Well, I think it was really at was it Geekonomicon?
I think it was.
Or was it CoastCon that we decided that like no, we clearly need to start working together.
It was one of the Mississippi conventions.
Yeah.
I think it was Geek.
Okay.
Because we had to go to that premiere.
Where you bastards chased me around.
To be fair, neither of us wanted that responsibility.
I was the least trustworthy one of all of us. You chased me off of the stage where I was trapped.
Well, that way, if the USB stick got lost, neither of us could be blamed.
Yes, no, just blame the cripple. Good job.
But yeah, that's when we sort of realized, because we both collapsed on the floor. And somewhere there's a picture of you in a dinosaur onesie.
No, it was a lemur onesie.
I'm sorry, the lemur onesie. You in the lemur onesie, and me in like my shirt, tie, and vest, just dead on the floor. Because we had done
so much that weekend.
That was a weekend that I ended up having to do a whole bunch of extra stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was not prepared.
Nope.
But we did it.
I don't think any of us were prepared for that weekend.
Because we're professionals.
We are. Sorta.
And by professionals, I mean got to the place, realized I don't have any of my stuff. What do? I ran to... That's the one I ran to Office Depot. Grabbed poster board and duct tape. Went back to my table, because none of my table stuff had come. I went back to my table, and I wrote with markers and poster board, comedy on a budget, and just duct taped everything to the table.
It was kind of glorious. It really was.
It was a prime example of thinking on my feet, because I'm kind of good at that.
I'm having more beef jerky.
You haven't even finished your brownie.
I want the beef jerky. I finished the ice cream.
Okay, so you don't eat all the food I cook. You don't eat the brownies.
I ate the stew.
Okay, fine.
The stew was delicious.
It was. I made Guinness stew. Apparently, all we're going to do is eat and talk about food.
I'm okay with that.
I'm also okay with that. Hey, what's your favorite food, listener? Call in and tell us, and we'll eat it next time we talk.
I don't really know that call in is quite the right words to use, because there's nowhere to call.
Email us on the Facebook post down... Hit like and subscribe to this post.
How are you younger than me? How are you the younger one? I don't understand.
I had a very strange childhood.
Apparently so. Apparently you grew up in the 20s.
That's why I'm always walking around. Hey everyone, have you heard? Here's the news. Titanic sinks. Everyone's still dead. Email this Facebook post. Titanic sinks. Hit like and subscribe for more. Thousands feared dead. Comment below what you think happened.
Oh my god, it's funny because that's totally what we do now.
Was the iceberg an agent of Hitler? What do you think? Take this BuzzFeed test to find out.
Oh my god. Yeah,
so it's been a year.
I don't know that any of that's making it in.
Nope. Nope. Speaking of things sinking and everybody dying, how's our career going?
It's fucking great, man.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
We were contractually obligated to go-kart and whore.
That was pretty awesome.
For that day, on that weekend.
Yeah.
It was our job to go to a go-kart track.
And a strip club.
And go to a strip club. Which were placed conveniently adjacent to each other. By the way, I'm pretty sure in that strip club, if you said the phrase conveniently adjacent, they wouldn't know what you're talking about.
I can pretty much guarantee it.
What else did we learn in our 1 year?
Oh, you know what?
What's that?
We never went back to Rob and
being the dad.
His con dad status.
Why don't we save some con dad stories?
Okay.
To entice the audience for the next one.
Ooh.
Yes.
We could do that.
We could do that. Before we wrap this year one podcast, we're also going to do this more than once a year.
Probably.
I mean, ideally.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be out of town for like 3 weeks for work.
Right. Nice.
Oh, look at the waveform on that.
I'm so proud of you.
That's a great waveform.
That was such a good one.
That really was.
Yeah. Nicely done. It's a
yes.
good way to end it. End it on a high note.
We're not going to end it on that.
I think that's exactly. We should just cut right after that. Like when you're editing this, you get right to the burp and then just cut. Dead air. Nothing after that.
Man cuts podcast after burp.
No, it was at 11.
Like his Facebook post. Have you seen his MySpace account? He's on Friendster.
Oh gosh.
He still gets his music from Napster.
Oh. You know what's worse?
What?
You're on LinkedIn.
So are you.
It's only because I had to be.
Me too.
Right.
I don't. Okay. Has LinkedIn ever worked for anyone?
No.
Not that I know.
Okay.
Has LinkedIn worked for you? Send us in on your MySpace account.
We do the wrong job for it. That's the problem.
That is what sucks. And okay, let's end this on one last little be nice to people bit.
Sure, let's just
because
make a full-on PSA. Let's go.
Well, no, okay,
balls
look,
to the wall.
We're artists.
Right.
We work with artists.
Yeah.
Our comic is drawn by a wonderful artist.
Yes.
Our content comes from our interactions with other artists.
Right.
If you or someone you love or someone you know is an artist, please, like the best thing you can do to support them is to support them.
Buy their stuff.
Buy their stuff.
Oh my god, buy their stuff.
Pay for their work, pay for their time. Don't draw something and say it'll be great exposure.
People die from exposure.
They do. They never made it to Oregon.
They didn't. It was really sad.
It was.
So sad. I never really did. I literally never made it to Oregon. I always died of exposure.
I did once.
Every single time I died from exposure. It was terrible.
I did once, and I was the only one left alive.
Did you eat the rest of your party?
They looked like bison.
It's like, Donner, party of 6, your table's ready. Donner, party of 5, your table's ready.
Struggling comedians make cannibalism jokes.
I cut my teeth on cannibalism jokes. Thank you very much.
Oh, a
Look
pun.
what I did there.
Tag that to your high school yearbook. Have a great summer. See you next fall.
Oh, I was so not voted most likely to succeed for a good reason.
I was not voted most likely to anything.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I was the kid that every time there was a terrible school event in the news, all of a sudden I had a bunch of candy bars given to me the next day.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Except for one kid, and this is tragic, but this is how I met one of my best friends.
I feel like this is going to be a really sad story.
It starts sad.
Okay.
After, and I'm gonna date myself now.
Okay.
When the Columbine school shooting happened, and I was still in the school, the day after it happened, people were like, hey, Scott, here's a candy bar. Remember who gave you that?
Hey, I know your name.
And one guy walks up to me, and he hands me a cassette tape.
Did he made you a mixtape?
No. It's a single of Pearl Jam's Jeremy.
That is perfect.
I looked at that, and I just went... So he hands me the Pearl Jam Jeremy. I look at that, and I just go, we can be friends.
You have a sick sense of humor, sir. I like you.
It.
I actually had, when I was in high school, there was one girl who was firmly convinced, and I have no idea why. Like, to this day, I still have no clue why this girl thought this, but she was firmly convinced that I was a vampire.
You?
She only saw me during the day, first of all.
Reverse vampire.
Right. And, like, I'm pale, sure, but whatever. And I think I was dyeing my hair black at the time or something like that, which just made me look even more pale than I actually am.
Yeah, I did that once.
Yeah, it was not pretty. But, like, I have no idea where she got this notion that I'm a vampire. But to the point that if we crossed paths in the hallway, she would literally scream, turn around, and run in the opposite direction.
That's fantastic.
It was amazing!
You should have used that power.
I did!
Just start to follow her home.
I did!
And, like, if it rained, just be like, running water. I can't follow you anymore. I can't cross this puddle. You got me!
I followed her to the bus stop one day. And then I managed... She was constantly looking over her shoulder. It was terrible. I'm such a terrible person. She was looking over her shoulder, and I was just walking behind her, like, just deadpan. No look, no. I didn't even give her, like, a glare or anything like that. I was just deadpan walking behind her. And she would keep looking over her shoulder, and then, like, quickened her pace a little bit. I quickened mine a little bit. And I specifically wasn't getting any closer to her, but I was making sure that gap did not get larger, it did not get smaller. And she kept looking back over her shoulder, and at one point we walked past, it's like a car parked in a driveway, and I waited until she turned her head to the front, and then I just dove behind the car. So the next time she looked back, I was just gone. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Local girl has mental breakdown, blames vampires. What do you think happened? Write your op-ed piece and mail it to P.O. Box 246.
Okay, if you happen to be that girl, I'm not sorry, but really, I'm sorry. Kind of, not really. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I can't be sorry. It was too funny. It's too funny.
So now that we've established we're horrible people, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for sticking with us for this first year. We've had an amazing time putting out the comics.
So
We've
much
had
fun.
an amazing time making content for you. We've at this point now, we've just launched our YouTube channel. You can find us on YouTube. It's all one word, Scottbunny and Erisaurus. You can find us on Facebook. which is just facebook.com/Scott and Eris.
Yes.
You can find us at conventions where we tell our jokes.
We do.
If you
Tell lots
want
of them.
us at your convention to hear more of our stories and jokes,
Tell the convention that they should hire us.
if you happen to work for that convention, just email our Facebook post. We will get back to you. 2.
Ooh,
That was a good one. I felt that.
was.
That was deep.
That reverbed.
I apologize, everyone. Unless that's what you tuned in for. If you want us to keep eating during these, let us know.
If you really, really don't want us to eat ever again on record, let us know.
If you want us to try to do the podcast while eating disgusting things, let us know.
We're idiots, and we'll do just about anything for a laugh, so...
We're performers, so technically we're whores.
We have no dignity.
Nope.
None.
No.
Not since I was a very wee child.
Anyway, thank you, everybody. We hope you enjoyed this podcast. We hope you enjoy the others we're going to put out. If there's something you want us to talk about, let us know either on the YouTube page or the Facebook page, and we will talk about it. If you have questions, comments, emails, whatever, we'll talk about them. In the meantime, we hope you guys enjoyed it, and do us one last favor, just be cool to each other.
And maybe a little bit of an asshole.
Only a little bit, but not a monster.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.